It's an all too familiar sad story for the Dragons fans. Their team powering ahead early in the season, only to fall away ahead of the finals, and it appears to be happening again. St George Illawarra's latest stumble against New Zealand today in Wollongong.
4 losses in 5 matches, there's no denying it. The late season Dragons drop is on again.
Everyone's going to talk about it. It's going to be raised again because you lost. So there's nothing anyone can do except when you go on the footy field, when you go to training and you work to fix your game.
Wollongong's winter best greeted the fans and players. Not so pretty. Paul Vaughan's awkward fall in this tackle.
That's ugly.
The big man wasn't seen again. He's nervously waiting on scan results to see if he'll feature again this year. It was just before half-time the match came to life.
It's a professional foul, that situation.
Matt Duffy marched for obstruction. The Warriors with the man advantage blowing the Dragons apart.
The offload goes to Solomon Qatar.
3 tries while Duffy was in the bin, and the Warriors led 18-0 at half-time.
Qatar's in again.
But once the Red V returned to a full complement, the chase was on.
Kills himself. He says, I'll do it.
Luciano Leilua pounced on a rolling ball, and the Dragons moved to within a try.
A chance for Leilua.
They peppered the Warriors' line for the rest of the match, but the Kiwis' newfound resolve held strong. New Zealand winners 18-12.
Go back to training, work extremely hard. We've still got 4 or 5 games to go, and we can turn things around very easily.
Luke Duffy, NBN News.
The Melbourne Storm are sweating on scans to be taken on Monday of Cameron Smith's lower right leg after he came off injured in last night's 10-point loss to South. With 4 weeks to go until the finals, negative results threaten to derail the Storm's premiership campaign.
An injured Cameron Smith straight to the change rooms to ice his lower leg, opting not to attend the post-match media conference.
Fellas, a bit of a sharp pain going into his heels.
Smith couldn't finish the match, and the worst fears are this injury will affect Melbourne's tilt at back-to-back premierships.
As I get older, I try not to worry about things until there's something to worry about. So, hopefully it's not too bad. Without doubt, that's everyone's hoping that.
For South, the 30-20 result has dramatically strengthened their premiership credentials.
Yeah, I learned that they're a serious football team.
They're the benchmark at the moment, and like I said before, we've got to improve.
So it's definitely a compliment, but this game is such a strange game. You can see from the way the ladder is at the moment, it's anybody's game.
With the Rabbitohs up by 2 points with 18 minutes remaining, it was their darting little hooker who broke the match wide open.
Hook goes away. I knew that ankle. Hook's going to run, and he's going to run, and he'll run out of the park if they don't stop him.
Damien Cook, we're with the Kangaroos 9. Do you listen to that stuff?
Nah, not at all, mate. I've got a really good support staff here, and we've got a job to do here in South Sydney.
Adam Dewey's season appears to be over due to a knee injury. Rob Canning, NBN News.
Parramatta is looking to scrape itself off the bottom of the table and scored first against the Titans, thanks to the efforts of barnstorming veteran Tim Manor. The Titans hit back on the right edge before Jared Hayne continued his strong form of late, helping the Eels to a 22-8 half-time lead. It's the rugby league rumour that won't die. Anthony Griffin is apparently on the outer at Penrith, and Trent Barrett is in the box seat to replace him. Panthers boss Phil Gould strongly denied the story this week, and now the 2 coaches have weighed in.
Anthony Griffin feels right at home in Penrith. He doesn't buy into suggestions he's being pushed out.
It's external stuff that, it swirls around in the media. It doesn't get into what we do here. And as I say, it's not an issue for mine.
Griffin is rumoured to be offside with General Manager Phil Gould, despite the Panthers sitting 5th on the ladder. The coach denies the speculation has been distracting him or his players.
No, I don't deal with it, to be honest. I mean, it's probably been there for most of the year. I do my job here, and I'm happy with the job I'm doing.
Trent Barrett has been constantly linked to Penrith due to his close connection with Gould. The Seagulls coach has developed a sense of humour about the situation.
Yeah, had a little bit of a laugh. Obviously, there's been a fair bit said about this during over the last 12 months, but look, everyone knows I'm contracted here for another 2 years, so I didn't really read too much into it.
Barrett says his main priority is finishing the season with Manly and managing the club's 2019 roster. Eels star Corey Norman isn't on the Sea Eagles agenda, even though he's been shopped around.
We probably don't have the finances to afford a player like Corey Norman. He is a very good player, but no, that's not on the cards.
Jake Duke, NBN News.
The Sydney Swans will be out to end a lean run tonight when they take on the in-form Magpies at the SCG. Last night, Richmond won a thriller over Geelong. This afternoon, Hawthorn kicked a goal in the final 30 seconds to sink the Bombers, and North Melbourne just pipped Brisbane at the Gabba. In just a moment, the Sydney Swifts end their season on a high.
Choose him to be our caramel spokesperson?
He's such a square. Sounds like you're on the fence. Why don't I just leave you my resume? Yes, it's laminated. No thanks. Try new M&M's caramel today.
Get to Godfrey's, don't miss out, it's all gotta go. Hoover 2-in-1 stick packs, just $89. Electrolux now just $188. Carpet shampoo is less than half price. Philips baglers are red hot $129. And steam mops just half price. It's all gotta go, but only at Godfrey's.
I know what you're thinking. Why would Purple Bricks bother to get you a higher sales price when they don't charge commission? Discover why at purplebricks.com.au.
Rush into Repco this weekend and save 25% off batteries, 30% off Castrol and Valvoline products, and 35% off Jackson stands. Available in store and online via our 60-minute click and collect service. Visit repco.com.au.
That's not the way it looks in the instructions, Harold. I need that pic. There's A5. It's ridiculous. Where are the words?
When you need to snap out of it, have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Yeah, it's gone. Never fun on that one.
Need an excuse to upgrade? Welcome to Toyotathon. I think I might know what you're looking for. And let me tell you, you picked the perfect time to buy. We've got amazing offers on a great range of vehicles.
Get the Hilux 4x4 SR5 from $54,990. Drive away plus $1,000 Toyotathon bonus. Search Toyota value. I want a feeling. Toyota.
Appliances Foodie Festival, showcasing the world's finest appliance brands. Siemens Kitchen Cashbacks, Leaf Hair Refrigerator Cashbacks, bonus Asco Dishwasher, shop in store and online at winningappliances.com.au.
Siemens 2019 Luxury Europe and France River Cruising Early Birds ends soon, with free flights for all to Europe. Your last chance to get this offer must end 31 August. Call 138 128 today.
Choices. We make around 35,000 each day. Some are hard, others easy. Some are made on good advice, while other choices are made for us. Choose the car that gets everything right. Mazda 3, the car of choice.
The Sydney Swifts have finished their Super Netball season on a high, defeating Adelaide 69-41. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to book the New South Wales team a final spot. Top spot on the ladder will be decided tonight when the Giants host West Coast. Scott McLaughlin has completed the fastest lap ever at Eastern Creek to take pole position for tonight's Supercars race under lights. The Ford driver, who is looking to extend his championship lead, will share the front row with teammate Fabian Coulthard. Earlier, there was a heavy crash in the Australian GT Series, but thankfully none of the drivers were seriously injured. Daniel Ricciardo's patience with Red Bull has finally run out, the Australian announcing he'll leave the F1 team at the end of the year to join rivals Renault. Ricciardo has won 7 races in 4 years at Red Bull, but has become frustrated with engine problems and the team's favouritism towards Max Verstappen. Charlestown Andrew Doe title hopes at the $1.5 million Fiji International are well and truly on. Just one stroke off the lead with 1 day left to play. It comes after overnight leader Ben Campbell carded a third round of 5 over, throwing the race wide open. Doe held his nerve, shooting par for the day, producing 3 birdies and 3 bogeys. He's in a share of second behind Indian Gaganjeet Buller.